You might be thinking, after she having experience of 9+ years in Ethiopia, what made her to come back to India? They hired me because Indian education is considered to be, very quality education. Architecture is, one of the very biggest, field as software as well as the curriculum also. So, being in development, how can we conserve our heritage places also along with development? Yes, yes. It's one of the very important questions in today's time because our culture, our civilization, our art is getting diminished. Hey friends, welcome to our channel Wandering Architect. I'm Architect Sharon and today we are into one of the new series that is we are having a conversation with architects, and today I have a special guest. Actually, I'm into her home and her name is Architect Abhilasha Vaidya Pathak ma'am. I welcome you ma'am to our podcast. Actually, she's an architect as well as she's a researcher, and she's working in one of the reputed institute that is Dehradun Institute of Technology. So let's begin this podcast. This podcast will be spicy. It will be regarding architecture and future of architecture. And the one who is pursuing architecture, this is just for you guys. So let's begin this podcast. I welcome you, ma'am. Thank you so much. Ma'am, can you just report like your journey of architecture? Like why did you think of pursuing architecture? Like what made you do this? I am Dr. Abhilasha Pathak, and I started my journey since the childhood when I was in seventh, eighth grade because my father was also an architect. So he pushed me that you should become an architect. Yes. And since then, I used to go with him to sites and offices and see a lot of views and site contexts, and I got interested. So let me brief what you will be getting bit surprised because nowadays being doing a bachelor of architecture is one of the biggest tasks for our student like you. But if I tell you, you will get surprised. Ma'am has completed her education. She has completed her master's in Jamia Millia Islamia in master's in acoustic, and then she also pursued PhD in GD Goenka University, Gurugram. And she is having a 25 years professional experience. She is teaching the architectural design studios, building material and construction, history of architecture, professional practice, as well as ergonomics and fundamental of design. And coming to her international experience, he was faculty at Addis Ababa Science and Technology University, ASTU, which is ASTU in Ethiopia, and worked under Ministry of Federal Education, Ethiopia. And she has around 9 years of international academic experience, which involves curriculum development, teaching design and planning, mentoring architecture students. Since you have heard that she has an experience of international, right? So let's ask some questions regarding that. Ma'am, like you have been in India as well as in Ethiopia for 8, 9 years. So can you just tell the difference of the students while teaching as well as the way they actually behave with you or else the interest they show in architecture? Yeah, sure. When I went to Addis Ababa, Ethiopia, so the university basically, they hired me because Indian education is considered to be, very quality education. So that's why they hired expatriates. And students, they were very excited to learn from an Indian teacher, and they used to respect a lot. They were, very much expecting a lot of feedback and, good lessons to learn from it. And still today, recently only some of the students messaged me that, oh, like you have seeds of our career development in our profession and like that. And I posted on the Facebook also this their message and all. So I was very, very touched by this that the students still remember. And it is since 2010, 11 batch students are messaging me on Messenger because Facebook is not so Messenger works. So students were very, very excited and by messaging when they are doing all these things. So I'm still getting that there. Yes, they. So this actually shows that how connecting she is with students actually, because she came here after like how much years like it has been done after coming here? It's 8 years now from So even after 8 years, they are trying to contact her. Means you can see the bonding between students as well as ma'am. So let's ask regarding the architecture question where like everyone you are waiting for. Do you really think is architecture currently worth it? Yes. In today's time, if you see, after COVID, of course, the architecture has bloomed again. During COVID time, it was like, a little bit down. But architecture is, one of the very biggest, field as software as well as the curriculum also. Yes. After the medical line. So in architecture, if one has interest and one has a knack to, be creative at every step, then the students or anyone who is should to pursue can do it. And it's a very, very promising field if you have that inner zing in you. Because we see most of them compare architecture with engineering. Yeah. What do you think about this? The engineering is formula based basically. So A plus B or 1 plus 1 will always be 2. Yeah. But in architecture, 1 plus 1 can be anything. So, like that means, architecture and engineer, we cannot compare engineering. But I will always say that architecture will give you its seeds, after a few years of education. Once you do it, then it is a very promising field. Exactly. Yeah. And then nowadays, we have so many categories, so many divisions are there. So, AI is also there, interior is there, design is there, so many things are there. So, you can, they have a lot of space. Yeah, yeah. This is what I always tell you. I see, even in our videos, we always tell like there is not a one scope. If you do architecture, we have a lot of scope. Now let's dive into next question, ma'am. You have around 20 plus year of experience, and what do you think? Like that student do mistakes in earlier stage of their career. See, well, when architecture is not a book field. Exactly. So, the biggest mistake a student does is that not attending classes, and not taking the lectures the teachers are giving. Which you guys do. That is very, very important, because it's a one-to-one relationship where we, develop. And that is how the knowledge transfers. So exactly. Transferring of knowledge, from one person to another person is very important in our field, same like medical. So, when you see it and when you experience it, so students or the youngsters must, develop these skills in the early stage. Yes. Since we have asked questions regarding young architects, what is career and what they do mistake. So you might be thinking, after she having experience of 9 plus years in Ethiopia, what made her to come back to India and teach in India? Like it might be your question, right? So let's ask. Why do you think that? Actually, I was there and I would, I had some family, this thing that I really wanted to be with my son, who was in his early, teens, yes. And that made me come back. Otherwise, I was, really, I was having a good plan to stay there, and they also wanted me to stay. So, but due to family reasons, I came back, and then I, started teaching in India. But now I am enjoying India also. Yes, because it is amazing, staying in your country as well. Guys, I trust me, she is not surviving her life. She's actually living her life. I will be showing you where actually the location is. This location is so beautiful, cozy. I will be showing everything because being she's not just only teaching. Actually, she is actually growing her day by day with her own student. Let's ask regarding some career, like future of architecture, like next plus 20 years. Where do you think like architecture is going like next 20 years? Are we becoming designers, planners, or are we restricted to only a draftsmanship because of this in India especially? No, no. Nowadays, BIM softwares, I mean, there are so many softwares coming up. So we are growing with the entire world also. So, but I have always studied this that when you study history of architecture, we have understood that architecture roots are with our ancient technology and ancient design. So if you see our temples and if you see our historic monuments, they all have one of the best architecture in the entire world. So if you see Taj Mahal, it is one of the best building in the entire world. So we have our roots, and Indians have that from the the genetic this thing. So I think Indians can be very good designers. Of course, in foreign countries, they say that घर हो तो American जैसा और जितना हो तो Chinese, and wife हो तो Indian. They used to say like this when I was in Ethiopia. They used to say this, and this is a real thing. I heard. So architecture, if you relate Vastu Kala, जिसको हम कहते हैं Vastu Kala, Vastu Shastra, and all they are from our roots. They are since ancient time. So we are very good. I think we our students can be very good in this. That actually beautifies, man. Yes, yes. But when
And we have a logic also. There is a Vastu which is there, which is a science, based thing. Our students, if they study that, and if we, just so if we see all the temple design, historical design, they are all according to Vastu. And so, an Indian should study all these creative, especially architecture if you want.
how deeply you believe in Vastu?
I believe my entire house, which has been designed and it has received awards also, it is designed, each and every corner is designed according to Vastu with the color theme, the color therapy. If you see the swimming pool is here, this side we are sitting, so it has a blue and a green theme. So at the back there is a temple in the house of the house. So it is also in the center, the Brahmasthan, jisko kehte hain, and all those things. So I believe that the movement of sun, the five elements, that is Vastu. It's not anything which is, if you could say Andhvishwas hai or something like that.
Yes. Yes, the scientific thing. This is where actually it's not actually there is a misinterruption that Vastu is not based on religious. It's a overall our time and just it's actually a science. Right? So since ma'am has talked regarding BIM, so me being a BIM architect, we need to ask some questions regarding this, right? So what do you think, ma'am? Because now we see BIM tools, AI tools, and architects are moving towards EY UX designs. Will this software actually empower architects or like is it discouraging us, discouraging the old architecture styles?
Yeah, I see. I have a very clear perception about this, that I always tell the class also that once your design is there, which should come from your hand, which should come from your mind. So you are sketching, your mind is working, and then you are producing then you do any software. You produce that design, in that software, best of the software, but the base, the foundation plan should be yours, which
Exactly.
नो सॉफ्टवेयर विल गेट. तो चाहे आप कितना ही सॉफ्टवेयर सीख लो, अगर आपका डिजाइन वीक है, तो देन इट्स यू विल जस्ट बिकम अ गुड ड्राफ्ट इन टैग्स
Exactly.
like that.
Since you have talked regarding in heritage temples and all, can BIM be also useful for this heritage temple?
Yes, yes. I've done my PhD where I studied the World Heritage Sites, which were basically temples of Kathmandu Valley, Nepal.
Perfect.
So I selected 14 temples, which were all UNESCO sites,
Oh,
and Pashupatinath Temple, which is the first century BS
right.
temple, and all those. So Nepal has all those temples and all. So I studied these temples, and through my research, I came to know that these temples are of world heritage, and Nepal being a very poor country, that is for their livelihood. So we should preserve these temples through our architectural research and through these developments and all. So I studied like shape and geometry of the ancient heritage temples, and taking considering the seismic character, because it is a seismic hazardous zone, world's most hazardous zone. So उनको earthquake से कैसे बचा सकते हैं through shape and geometry, using our design skills and developments, we can do. So softwares can help them, of course.
Okay.
Ancient design can be preserved through software techniques, which will be very fast, effective, and can be applied worldwide also.
Exactly.
कि अगर ये temple ऐसा है, तो if we take these shape and geometry and then retrofit it, or conserve it or preserve it, then softwares are very helpful. Very big.
Thank you, ma'am. Because since like everyone thinks that BIM is of only high rising towers and all, so this made me to ask exactly this question. So since ma'am was in Ethiopia and she came to India, and you all know that India is developing very, very rapidly. So ma'am, if any city is developing rapidly, it needs a development. So being in development, how can we conserve our heritage places also along with development?
Yes, yes, it's one of the very important questions of today's time, because our culture, our civilization, our art is getting diminished somewhat.
Yes.
So that is why these researchers, and we are see, like if you see Prime Minister Modi's attempts, he is trying to preserve the heritage of that particular area. So if you see like Golden Temple, it has been preserved in its a way. Now Uttarakhand maybe. So
Yes.
we have to do, and all the young architects, it is our moral responsibility to actually preserve them through our design skills as well. So even if it's a commercial design also, we should not forget our, the past heritage roots. So in my house, I have lots of native things, which are, just natural and which is not in my house you will not see anything which is contemporary.
That's nice.
It's all
Even I also.
ornamentation and very either Mughal style or Indian style, but it is not a modern style. So everyone should, try to attempt, somewhere or the other to preserve our culture.
Yes, exactly, ma'am. I agree with you because the one of the biggest case study that we can have in a nowadays is the Kashi corridor. Because since at 10-15 years back, when we take the data of the geographical like people of population, it would have been in lakhs if we take yearly. Now it is in crores. This shows how we can protect our heritage places with development also. So let's now move into social impact. Like, is architecture actually for girls? Because most of architects say, famous architects say that 80% of the women architects, after pursuing their B.Arch, they shift towards other degree or else they just drop it. So let's ask ma'am regarding this. So what do you think, ma'am? Like, as a woman, you have experience of 20 plus years, that is almost a 2 decade. What challenges actually girls or women faces in architecture even today that we actually openly we don't talk about that.
Yeah, I'll start from my base. My father was an architect, and my grandmother used to, always my father used to say that I should become an architect, and my grandmother used to always deny this that, no, you should not promote her to become an architect because it's a field of men, and what she will do in, between all the men's on the site.
Yes.
And I took it like a challenge, when my grandmother used to say seriously. But I said, no, no, I will become an architect and I will prove that, this is not the scene.
Yes.
So, but yeah, of course, that time it was very challenging for the girls even to move out because the girls were only restricted to kitchens. And my father's outlook was that, he made us, never entered the kitchen and we were all here and there except the kitchen.
Yes.
So, that confidence should, it actually comes from the parents.
Exactly.
That my father and my mother really had that trust, and they never forced me also, had that trust. So being a woman, it is very challenging, of course, but nowadays, there is all the women are and all the girls have to be like that, and they should be. So it is of men field, I will definitely say, but we have to change, and we have already changed that.
Yes.
So girls can also, do it very nicely. That's
What I can add up is you need to be more extrovert here in this.
yeah, yes, yeah. No, the one thing is that the being a woman also, what I experienced is when I was making this dinner. If you see this bat ball and all that, Johnny working on, the labors were not understanding. So what, if you have knowledge, then doesn't matter you are a man or a woman. All the laborers used to stand behind me and listen to my instructions when I was giving design instructions. कि यहाँ ये होगा, वहाँ ये होगा, and all those things. So knowledge is very, whether you are a girl or a woman, a man, but knowledge is in-depth knowledge of a subject along with the practical exposure is very important. Then, nobody can beat you.
Girls watching this podcast should not ignore this. Okay, she has actually deepened this so much important things for you. One who is pursuing architecture, I know, because I get comments that is this actually career for us? You got the answer right. So now let's ask some question regarding her uh 20s. Okay, so ma'am, I if you have chance to go 20 years back, like what different you could have done.
20 years back, also, I think I would have been doing architecture only.
Okay.
And I was very passionate, though, in my first attempt of PET, that pre-engineering exam, I got selected in civil. So, I was so desperately wanting to do architecture. Then I entered the diploma course also. I have done diploma also in, with the government college in Bhopal. And from there, there was a scheme that time that if you top in the state, you will get direct admission in the BR.
Okay.
So I was so desperate to get into architecture. So that is one thing, which I'll always be. So architecture, architecture, and architecture.
It's like that. Because many drive into architecture, coming to first year, second year, they think of dropping off and all.
Yeah.
This happens in everything because they don't know, they don't see the future after 5 years because they see their seniors and they feel that is this actually for us?
Mm. No, this is a very common trend which is, happening in, I remember one of the lady who used to come to do my, facial and all those things. She always used to say, "Ma'am, मुझे आपके जैसा बनना है." So, and she always used to talk to everyone. So, changing your career is not a good decision at every step.
Okay.
So, once you have, entered into, just believe in that, have some trust, and then move ahead. I was weak in maths, I was weak in drawing, honestly speaking.
Okay.
And but still I wanted to become an artist. So that I think I had a belief, and that belief only took me from here to there. Yeah, it is actually a reality, and this is the experience.
Yes.
So once I passed my college, I mean school, then I entered the college, and then college may I was like little weak in the beginning, and then I picked up because once you start manifesting things that you will be able to do it. In my first year, I in the color wheel का जो paint करना होता है, I got 9 repeats.
Basically.
I tell my students जो बच्चे बहुत disheartened होते हैं, I always tell them, and this is a fact,
Mhm.
कि जब तक सर कह रहे ब्रश के मार्क्स है, so he was, and I kept on repeating until and unless I got an excellent in that.
Okay.
So I had to make, I think, ninth color wheel पर मुझे excellent मिला. Then I got, but that that effort in the first year,
Yes.
that took me.
Even I remember, like, we used to take texture with me, taking paper and we would take
Yes.
basic design subjects.
So, doing hard work and little bit of manifestation. And I will always suggest, don't change your field on and off. It's not a good practice.
Yes, ma'am.
आप वही चीज करो जिसमें आपने
This is the actual which is actually this is you are getting the free guidance from one of the best architects, actually, I can tell. One more question regarding architecture we'll ask. Do you believe in concept, or it's that forms follows function? What do you think on that?
see, it's actually two way. आज भी मैंने क्लास में यही बताया था
Okay.
स्टूडेंट्स को कि your form follows function or function follows form. Actually, both should be there. If you design a very good design, very good design, but it's not stable,
Yeah.
it's of no use. It's of no use. So, your form should have functionality also, plus it should have easy maintenance and longevity also.
Okay.
So that is which the debate which was there.
Form.
Yeah, it has to be everything. You just cannot make a cup of coffee only with one ingredient.
It's the same question like for a general question like hen or egg.
Yeah.
For architects. So you have got a bundle of answers from ma'am. So let's have bit entertained questions with our design knowledge. Okay, let's have rapid fire with ma'am. Are you ready, ma'am?
Yes.
One word to describe architecture.
Creativity,
Okay. Designing or teaching? What do you enjoy more?
teach.
India or Ethiopia? Which gave you stronger life lessons?
India.
Okay. Heritage conservation, passion or responsibility?
Uh, Responsibility followed by passion.
One building in the world you admire the most.
Passion.
Oh, nice. Okay. Your favorite architecture of all time?
Architecture,
Architect of all time.
Frank Lloyd Wright. I really like it.
Okay. You're sketching by hand or designing on software?
Basically, catching by hand.
Okay. This is a obvious answer from all famous architects. Next, one material you love working with.
Next.
Okay. Modern glass buildings, is it overrated or iconic?
I don't know. They should not exist only.
AI in architecture, future or fear? Will it actually replace us?
No, it cannot.
I have a deeper answer on this. Okay, we can watch it. One city every architecture student must visit.
One city, one city. Actually, in India, there are many architecture wise. So, there are plenty of, we'll keep it as Jaipur. Yeah, we can. A lot of heritage values are there.
Biggest strength of today's students.
Biggest
Strength of today's Indian student.
strength, software.
Biggest weakness.
Uh, not willing to work on paper.
One habit that makes a great architect.
Always, be a criticism, always be in that criticism mode. कि अच्छा ये हो रहा है, ऐसा है, वैसा है.
You love teaching strict or friendly?
I am strict during the lectures, but otherwise I'm very friendly.
Okay. One book that every architecture should read.
I think in Indian, this Sushil Kumar's and all, otherwise W.B. Mackey is a very good book, on the one.
Okay. Last question. Your life mantra in one line.
My life mantra is that you should always have manifestations of all your dreams and then follow them by the.
That's a great rapid fire actually. She has answered in one go, okay? Now let's end up this video. Ma'am will be giving you a one message for all young architects who are pursuing architecture, who are just out of architecture, or one who is confused with what should they do in future. Okay, and then we'll conclude this video.
Yeah. So, a very short message for all the pursuing and the young architects that architecture is a very noble profession. It is a degree course, and when you become a degree holder, you have a very good respect in the society, your family, everywhere. So, I will always suggest that if you are in architecture field, don't drop it out,
Yes, ma'am.
have complete it, and then see the respect you will gain from the society and industry, which is not gained by the contractors and the other people who are in the field, who have much more far better knowledge than us.
Yes.
But the polishing which we have, the degree which you have, will take you to the next level. So stay tuned where you are, and be confident and manifest things in your life. Thank you.
That's all, guys. So I hope you have got the bundle of answers from ma'am. Thank you so much, ma'am. This podcast is actually my first core podcast that too with you. This is all unplanned, guys. This I have came to a stay where actually ma'am has designed her own house where we can stay. As you know, the Airbnb where we have like I've came over here and she met with me and I was talking regarding PSD and all everything. We have gossips and we are suddenly we're this is all natural podcast which we are going on with, and we have one cutie here. I think you will be seeing from the starting of the video. His name is Juicy, and yay, Juice, you can call it as Juice. Okay, he has in the whole podcast he has relaxed much, but he has listened to everything. Okay. So that's all with today's video. I will be showing you all the parts of this, like how she has built. One who actually want to meet, or is one who is traveling to Dehradun, can come over here and stay here, relax fully, whatever for your vacation, as well as if you want to have a staycation, like you can travel to Mussoorie as well as Landor, and you have Rishikesh, Haridwar as nearby. These are the places you can visit, as well as you can meet ma'am and visit the one of the famous universities, that is DIT over here, and keep watching Wandering Architect. And we will be having more podcasts. And this was your first podcast with Unplanned with the ma'am. Thank you once again, ma'am.
Thank you so much. Thank
Guys, there is a Mussoorie at the top of the hill, and I have my stay over here.